The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hi students, welcome back to our computer application digital class. I hope you all are safe and healthy at home. Yes, and I am really happy to know that you all have completed your works well. So very good, but you have to practice the conversions daily. Okay, yes. Then, so today I have some informations for you. Yes. So, do you know how many times we blink our eyes in a minute? Yes, how many times we blink our eyes in a minute? Yes, 20 times usually, but while using computer it is just 7 times. You can check it. Yes, okay. So next is, see, do you have you think about why the keyboard is in QWERTY type? That means QWERTY. Why it is so? Yes. See, you know, on the early days, actually keyboard was manufactured with, as usual, alphabetical order. You know, in ABCD in the format. But as a result, the typing speed was very high, and so that the computers used to hang. Okay, that's why they changed that to QWERTY type. Yes. Okay, and the largest word which you can type by using the first row of keyboard is, you know what? Typewriter. You can check it. Right. So with this information, let's start today's session. So today we are going to enter our new chapter. Yes. So our second chapter is components of computer system. Yes. So in this chapter, we are going to see the design of the computer system. Okay. So what are the components included in the design of computer system? Right. So let's start with hardware. Yes. So hardware, you already learned in your lower sessions, right? So what is a hardware? Yes, hardware is a physical part, or hardwares are the physical parts of the computer system, like monitor, keyboard, CPU, etc. Right. So other than this, there are some components also. See here, processors, motherboard, peripherals, and ports, memory, and I/O devices, input-output devices. Today in this session, we are going to see about processors, motherboard, peripherals and ports and memory. Okay, so let's start with processors. Yes, I think we have already learned this in our first chapter introduction. I hope you remember this. Right, in processors, we have learned what is CPU, what are the other units. Yes, okay. So here, processors, that means it is an integrated circuit, yes, which contains millions of transistors and other components. So you can see some examples of processors, yes, Intel, AMD and Apple. Yes, these are the most usable or familiar processors. Okay, yes, and what is registers? Do you remember what is registers? Yes, registers are the storage locations inside the CPU. Yes, and these are temporary storage which stores the data and instructions. Yes, yes. And what is the use of these registers? It speeds up the execution of the program. Yes, and here we have 4 types of registers. Accumulator, then memory address register, memory buffer register and instruction registers. Let's see one by one. Accumulator. Yes, and these registers are used to store arithmetic and logical operations. Like, do you remember this? Yes, arithmetic and logical operations, ALU. Yes, so accumulators are stores the data which performs the arithmetic and logical informations. Next one, memory address registers. It stores the address of the memory location. Clear? And memory buffer registers stores the data which are either read from or write to the memory by the processor. Right? And the last one, instruction registers. These are stores the instructions which are to be executed by the processor. The instructions which are executed by the processors that are stored in the instruction registers. Clear? So what are the types of registers? Accumulator, memory address, memory buffer and instruction registers. Right? Yes. So next hardware is motherboard. So motherboard is the main board where all other components are integrated, including processors. You can see this. You can see this motherboard picture. You can see memory slot, heatsink, CPU socket, all are integrated inside this motherboard. Right? Yes. So that's all about motherboard. It is a main board where all other components, major components are integrated. Right? Okay. Next is peripherals and ports. Peripherals are the external devices. Other than this monitor CPU, we can use printers, scanners, etc. Right? So peripheral devices are the external devices which we connect with the computer, like printers, scanners, etc. Right? So to connect a peripheral with the processor, we need some ports. Ports means the place where you connect these peripherals. നമ്മൾ മൊബൈൽ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ USB കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു പോർട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, USB കേബിൾ ഇൻസേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട്. യെസ്, ആ പോർട്സ്, ആ സ്പേസിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പോർട്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. യെസ്, ദർ ആർ സെവറൽ ടൈപ്സ് ഓഫ് പോർട്സ്. സീരിയൽ പോർട്ട്, പാരലൽ പോർട്ട്, USB, LAN, PS2, audio ports, VGA and HDMI. You can see this in the back side of CPU box. CPU box in the corner we already conducted. Yes, so each ports have different use. Okay, so let's see one by one. First one, serial port. Yes, serial port is very slow and nowadays we are not using the serial port. Instead of this, we are using PS2, USB, etc. It can transfer only one bit at a time. Bit means, yes, binary bit. And here bit is the smallest measuring unit. Okay, bit is the smallest measuring unit. So at a time, serial port can transmit only one bit. So it is very slow and nowadays it is replaced by PS2 and USB, etc. Clear? Next one, parallel port. Yes, you can see this. This is to connect printers and scanners with the computer. Yes, have you seen this? Yes, but when compared with serial port, parallel port is more fast. Okay. Next is USB, which is very familiar to us, right? On the mobile data cable USB model right? Yes. So these are some types of USB models. Yes. Then, so why we are using USB? It is very fast. Yes, when compared with other ports, USB is more faster and it is capable of supplying electric power. നമ്മൾ മൊബൈൽ ഡാറ്റ കേബിൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിൽ കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടും ചാർജ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും അല്ലേ? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയായിരിക്കും അല്ലേ? യെസ്, സോ it is capable of supplying electric power to external devices. You can charge your mobile or other devices by using this USB cable, right? Yes. Next is PS2 port. Yes, നമ്മുടെ ലാബിൽ നമ്മൾ കണക്ടോ. Yes, we use this to connect keyboard and mouse with the computer. Yes, but these are also very slow. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ വരുന്ന മൗസും കീബോർഡും ഒക്കെ USB തന്നെ വരുന്നത്. Yes, okay. Next one. LAN port. Yes. Okay. Yes. These are LAN port. This is to connect network to the computer. Yes. Network connection ആണ് നമ്മൾ LAN port use ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Next one. VGA, Video Graphics Array. This is to connect the monitor with the computer. Monitor connect ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ back side ഉണ്ടാവും screw ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട്. Yes, അത് connect ചെയ്യാൻ use ചെയ്യുന്ന port ആണത്. Yes, CPU ന്റെ back CPU box ന്റെ back you can see this. Right. Okay. Next one, audio ports. നമ്മൾ headset microphone ഒക്കെ insert ചെയ്യാൻ use ചെയ്യുന്ന ports ആണ്. This audio ports, there are 3 types. Line in, line out, mic. Mic is to insert microphone. നിങ്ങൾ CPU ബോക്സിൽ തന്നെ കണ്ടുകഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അറിയാം ഈ ഡോട്ട്സിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് തന്നെ ഈ നമ്മൾ ഏതാണോ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു സിമ്പിൾ ഇല്ല. അപ്പോൾ മൈക്രോഫോൺ ആണെങ്കിൽ മൈക്കിൻ്റെ ഒരു പിക്ചർ പോലെ കാണാം. യെസ്, അതുപോലെ ഹെഡ്സെറ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ ഹെഡ്സെറ്റിൻ്റെ ഒരു പിക്ചർ പോലെ കാണാം. റൈറ്റ്. ദെൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് വൺ, ഹൈ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ മൾട്ടിമീഡിയ ഇന്റർഫേസ് HDMI. This is very faster and it is only used for high definition videos. High definition video അല്ലെങ്കിൽ audios transmit ചെയ്യാനാണ് HDMI, high definition multimedia interface port use ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, ഇതും CPU ബോക്സിന്റെ പുറകിലുണ്ട്. Yes, those are system, you can see this. Okay, so peripherals and ports over. Next is memory. So I hope you all remember this picture. Yes, on the first chapter itself we already learned this. Yes, so memories are 2 types, primary, secondary, and primary are again 3 types, RAM, ROM, cache. Yes, and in secondary again 2 types, magnetic and optical storage. See, can you see this box? This is the measuring units. Yes, and bit is the smallest measuring unit. Bit is the smallest measuring units, and after this and the last one is PB. Actually PB കഴിഞ്ഞ വീണ്ടും measuring units ഉണ്ട്. So you have to know at least these measuring units. Right. Okay. Next one. So memory is classified into 2 types, primary and secondary. So first one, primary. I know you have learned this all in your lower sessions itself. Right. Okay. So what is primary memory? Yes, primary memory are the main memory. Right, and it is directly accessed by the CPU. Again, primary memories are 3 types, RAM, ROM and cache memory. And what is RAM? Yes, random access memory. You can access the data randomly. Right, but it is volatile. You know what is volatile? Yes, when the power turns off, you will lose the data. Yes, that is what volatile. Volatile means നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം സേവ് ചെയ്യാതെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പവർ ഓഫ് ആയാൽ ഇത് പോകും. കാരണം കറന്റ്ലി വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് റാമിലായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ദെൻ സോ ദ സ്റ്റോറേജ് കപ്പാസിറ്റി ഈസ് 2 GB and above. But nowadays you know that, right? 2 GB അല്ല, നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ 4 GB 6 GB റാം വരെ അവൈലബിൾ ആണ്. Then yes, next is read only memory. So read only memory means we cannot make any changes once the data is stored in the ROM, and it is non-volatile. You know what is non-volatile? Yes, even the power turns off, we will not lose our data. Right. So there are few types of ROM. Right. PROM, programmable read-only memory. Erasable PROM. Then EEPROM is electrically erasable PROM. Erasable PROM means you can erase the data by using ultraviolet rays. Yes, and in the last one, EEPROM, you can erase the data by electrically. Yes, that is the difference between EEPROM and EEPROM. Right. Next one. Next, you can see the difference between RAM and ROM. So RAM, it is faster than ROM, right? And it allows reading and writing, and it is volatile. Yes, what is volatile? Yes, when the power turns off, the data will lose. Yes. Then the third primary memory is cache memory. Yes, cache memory is the memory which is in between the main memory and the processor. If a processor wants to read the data, first it checks whether the data is available in the cache memory or not. And if it is there, it accesses the data quickly. Right? Yes. Then, so in cache memory, we can access the data frequently. Like the data or instructions or the intermediate results. Right? Yes. So primary or memory over. Next is secondary memory. Secondary memory is also called as auxiliary memory. So here you can store large amount of data. So there are some secondary memory devices. Yes. So first one is magnetic storage device. You can see the picture here. Right. Yes. See, in this magnetic storage device, it stores the data in a form of some frames. Yes. You can see in the picture. But what it is, here it is sequential form. So you cannot access the data randomly. So next is hard disk. Yes, hard disk can store large amount of data and it is more faster. Yes, see, you can see some platters. Yes. See, hard disk may contain one or more platters. Platters means you can see ഒരു CD പോലെ കണ്ടോ ഇതിനെയാണ് platters എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. And inside the platters there are some tracks and sectors. ഈ സർക്കിൾ പോലെയുള്ളതാണ് ട്രാക്സ് and ഈ ഓരോ ഡിവിഷൻസിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ സെക്ടേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So creating these tracks and sectors are called formatting. Right? Creating these tracks and sectors is called formatting. Right? That's all about hard disk. So hard disk stores large amount of data and it is more faster to transmit. Okay. Yes. Next is optical storage device. Yes. And it uses some laser beam to store the data. നമ്മുടെ CD, DVD ഇതൊക്കെ ഈ optical storage device ൽ വരുന്നതാണ്. So here it has some spiral in the form of pits and lines. Can you see this in the picture? See, you can see this in the picture. This is CD. ഈ picture CD ആണ് and this is DVD and this Blu-rays. Yes. So nothing here. It has some pits and lines. Okay. Store ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ഇതിൽ laser beam ആണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Optical storage device. So CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, these are all comes under optical storage device. Let's see one by one. See in CD, so it is the optical storage medium and it has the storage capacity of 700 MB. 700 MB vare namukku store cheyan pattum. And in CD uses red laser beams and here DVD also uses red laser beams. So what is the difference between a DVD and CD? In DVD, it provides large storage space than a CD. But in Blu-ray DVD, it provides more space than DVD and CD. That means, if you 5 MB ഉള്ള ഒരു CD അല്ലെങ്കിൽ DVD ആണ്, അതേ 5 MB ഉള്ള Blu-ray disc ആണെങ്കിൽ Blu-ray discൽ കൂടുതൽ ഡാറ്റ CD-യേക്കാൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ DVD-യേക്കാൾ സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Yes, because it uses blue laser beam. Yes, so that is the difference of Blu-ray DVD. So what is the difference means നമ്മളൊരു CD DVD ഒരേ MB യിൽ എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതേ അളവിലുള്ള ഒരു Blu-ray disc എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ CD-യേക്കാൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ DVD-യേക്കാൾ കൂടുതൽ ഡാറ്റ നമുക്ക് Blu-rayയിൽ സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Right? And in CD and DVD they are using red laser beams to store data and in Blu-ray it is using Blu-ray laser beam. Right? So ഇതിന്റെ storage capacity മാത്രം മെയിൻ ആയിട്ട് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി. Okay. And next one is semiconductor or flash memory. Yes. നമുക്ക് we are very familiar with this, right? Like our pen drive, memory card. So these are all comes under flash memory or semiconductor storage device. So what is the benefits here? Yes, it can store more data than other secondary storage devices. Yes, നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ memory card use ചെയ്യുന്നത് mobile use ചെയ്യാം, camera use ചെയ്യുന്നതുണ്ട്. Yes, so it is very small and it can store more data than other secondary storage devices. Yes, so this is pen drive. Okay, yes. So we can call this as USB flash drive and these are all flash memory cards. Okay, next. Okay, comparison of different types of memory. So നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ മെമ്മറിയിൽ ഒരുപാട് ഡിവൈസസ് പഠിച്ചു അല്ലേ? Yes, like registers, cache, RAM, ROM, hard disk. Yes, so this is a comparison like in terms of speed and in terms of capacity and in terms of cost and volatile. So I already told you what is volatile. Yes, when the power turns off, it loses the data. So in that, see, registers, cash, RAM, ROM, all are volatile, but in hard disk it is non-volatile. Okay, right. So students, I hope you got an idea about this session. Yes, so അത് ഒരുപാട് കണ്ടൻസ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് വിചാരിക്കണ്ട. Yes. So you have to know the memory range of each device. അതാണ് main. Okay. So other things are just to know. That's all. Right. So copy all these contents to your notebook and you have to send it. Right. And practice the conversions daily. Okay. And today, so with this session also I'll send you some activity like number conversions. So you have to do that. Okay. So either you do on the back side of your notebook or first do that, then you can start your second chapter. Right. So be safe, be healthy, and if you have any doubts, you have to call me. Right. Thank you.